used to finish each other's sentences like it was a game. Your thoughts slipped into mine without warning, without shame. Now I pass you in memories like a face in a crowd, familiar but distant, voice lost in the loud. I still know the scar on your left knuckle from that summer fight, but I don't know the person who sleeps beside you tonight. The way you laugh now, is it the same? I can't tell. It echoes somewhere foreign, rings a different bell. Time didn't just pull us apart, it rewrote the code, turned us into footnotes on a long winding road. I became stranger the day you stopped looking back. A shadow you once held, now fade into black. You walk past the places we carved our names in the rain, and I'm just another story you no longer explain. Became stranger, no dramatic goodbye, just a slow, quiet vanishing under indifferent sky. In the mirror and barely recognize you. And me too. Your number's still safe, but the digits feel wrong, like died in a house that sold years ago. I see a post sometimes, new city, new light, smiling with people who don't know our nights. I wonder if you ever pause, go too far back, find a photo of us laughing on that rooftop track. Do you feel the tug, or has memory gone numb? Am I the ghost now? Are we both become? We didn't fight to the end, we just let the thread fray until even the silence ain't nothing left to say. I became stranger the day you stopped looking back. A shadow you once held, now fade into black. You walk past the places we carved our names in the rain, and I'm just another story you'll no longer explain. Became stranger, no dramatic goodbye, just a slow, quiet vanishing under indifferent sky. Became stranger, and the worst part is true. The person I love most became someone I never knew. Maybe in another life we stay close, stay known, finish the sentences we left hanging low. But in this one we drift like smoke from the same fire, separate trails rising higher and higher. I don't hate you for changing, people do. I just miss the version who still answered to you. And I miss the me who believed we'd never undo the way strangers do. Became stranger in the softest, cruelest way, not with anger or fire, just the slow death of stay. Your eyes don't search for mine across any room. stranger, we became stranger. I used to shine for you like stained glass in the sun. Every promise polished, every fault undone. You called me angel once, said I lit up your dark. I wore the title quiet, held it close to my heart. But the wings got heavy, feathers started to fall. I tried to keep flying, but I couldn't hold it all. One crack turned to fracture, one lie turned to two. Now the light that you loved is bleeding right through. I didn't mean to tarnish, didn't plan to descend. Just wanted to be holy, but even angels bend. Broken halo, hanging low, edges sharp and thin. Still trying to glow for a love that let me in. I'm not the saint you painted on the wall that night. Just a girl with chipped gold and too much fight. Broken halo, it doesn't shine the same, but I keep wearing it anyway, whispering your name. Broken halo, cracked but never blown away, because Eden fallen light remembers how to pray. You left the room still smelling like forgiveness and rain. I stayed behind collecting pieces of the blame. The mirror shows a stranger with tired, shadowed eyes. No glow, no grace, just someone who still tries. I trace the jagged circle where the circle used to be. Wonder if you ever missed the version you saw in me. I don't blame you for leaving when the shine began to fade. I just wish you'd stayed long enough to watch the light degrade. I'm not asking for redemption, not begging for the crown. Just trying to forgive myself for letting myself down. Broken halo, hanging low, edges sharp and thin. Still trying to glow for a love that let me in. I'm not the saint you painted on the wall that night. Just a girl with chipped gold and too much fight. Broken halo, it doesn't shine the same, but I keep wearing it anyway, whispering your name. Broken halo, cracked but never blown away, because even fallen light remembers how to pray. Maybe heaven never wanted me perfect from the start. Maybe it's the breaking that teaches us the heart. I'll carry this fracture like a scar turned to art. Let the light leak through the places where we fell apart. No more pretending I'm untouched, no more playing pure. Just me and this broken halo, honest, bruised and sure that love doesn't need halos to be real and true. It just needs someone brave enough to stay broken with you. Broken halo, barely holding on tonight. Dimmer than before, but still giving off some light. I'm not who I was when you first called me yours, but I'm still here breathing, still opening doors. Broken halo, it's all I got to give for. Flickering promise, then still wandering. Cracked open, letting in the rain, letting in the pain, letting in again. Broken halo, still here, still glowing just a little less. Still sitting there and read at 2:17 a.m. Three little dots that never turned into words again. I typed I'm sorry, then deleted, typed come home, erased that too. Left it blank like maybe silence could pull you through. The screen glows cold against my palm in the dark. A tiny rectangle holding everything we used to spark. I scroll up sometimes just to see your name light up. Proof you existed here once before the cutoff. I keep the phone face up like it's still on your side of the bed, waiting for a vibration that died when you left instead. Last text was just okay with the period so final. No emoji, no love, no hint of revival. I read it like scripture, search for what I missed. Some hidden I'm hurting too, buried in the crisp. Last text, now it's all I have left to hold. A digital gravestone for a love gone cold. Last text, I still reply in my head every night, but the message stays delivered. Never quite right. I see the timestamp and do the math again. How many hours, days, months since you hit send? Your proof how big hasn't changed. Send crooked smiles saying light, but the green dot beside your name never comes on at night. I wonder who you're texting now at this same hour. If your thumbs still hesitate, if your heart still sours, or if okay really meant okay. Clean break, moving on while I'm here reading ghosts till the battery's gone. I could delete the thread, set the whole thing free, but erasing you feels like killing the last part of me. Last text was just okay with the period so final. No emoji, no love, no hints of revival. I read it like scripture, search for what I missed. Some hidden lie I'm hiding too, buried in the crest. Last text, that's all I have left to hold. A digital brainstorm for a love gone cold. Last text, I still reply in my head every it stays delivered. Never quite right. Maybe one day I'll type it anyway. I miss you still. It's in and watch it sit there like every other pill I swallowed to keep breathing when you walked out the door. Maybe you'll see it, maybe you'll ignore. Maybe the last text really was the last, a quiet full stop at the end of our past. I keep it alive in blue bubbles, one red and blue, because letting you die means letting go of you. Last text, it's the only thing I didn't leave. Stood right here while you packed up and believe that okay to close the chapter and tie the end. But our things don't feel final at The way your eyes slid left when you said I'm fine, the little hitch in your laugh, the pause that wasn't mine. You told me you were happy, that the distance felt okay, but your hand shook when you reached for the light to turn away. I let the silence settle, pretended I didn't see, because asking would mean hearing what I wasn't ready to believe. So I smiled through the fracture, kissed you soft and slow, and swallowed every question so you wouldn't have to go. I thought if I stayed quiet, if I never called the bluff, the lie would hold us longer, maybe long enough. The lie kept you, not love, not me, just fragile make-believe, a thin thread of fiction you could still believe. You stayed because the truth would burn too bright to face, so you wrapped yourself in stories, left me in the space. The lie kept you longer than your heart was willing to, kept your body in my bed while your soul already flew. The lie kept you, and I let it happen too, because losing you honest would have broken me in two. You packed your things and stayed just small enough to miss a book on here, a sweater there, death by gentle kiss. You said I love you softer every time it crossed your lips, like the words were losing weight, slipping through your fingertips. I traced the outline of your shadow on the wall at night, told myself the fading was just tired morning light. But deep down I knew the ending, saw it in your stare. The lie was the only thing still keeping you right there. I could have asked a question, forced the crack to show, but I chose the quiet comfort of the lie. We both let the rain. The lie kept you, not love, not me, just fragile make-believe, a thin thread of fiction you could still believe. You stay because the truth would burn too bright to face, so you wrapped yourself in stories, left me in the space. The lie kept you longer than your heart was willing to, kept your body in my bed while your soul already flew. The lie kept you when I let it happen too, because losing you honest would have broken me in two. Now the house is still quiet, the bed too wide and cold. The lie finally crumbled, left nothing but the hold of all the nights I chose, pretending over pain, all the times I let you stay when we both knew you'd change. I don't hate you for the leaving, I hate the part of me that said the same illusion just so I could keep you near. We both lied to survival, but survival isn't free, because the truth we buried and the version lost of me. The lie kept you till we couldn't anymore, till the weight of pretending cracked right through the core. You walked out with the sunrise, no backward glance, no fight, left me holding echoes in the end. that finally set you free from me. Truth always wins in the end. I cleared the cache, deleted the folder labeled us, emptied the trash like you would erase the trust. But your laugh still replays in surround sound at 3 a.m. A glitch in the system that won't let me end. I tried safe mode, restarted my heart overnight. Told myself tomorrow I'd wake up alright. Yet every sunrise loads the same old file. Your face in high definition, refusing to exile. I hit delete forever, watch the progress bar crawl. But the loading wheel just spins, it won't let you fall. Memory won't delete, it's stuck on red only. Keeps every frame of you playing back to me slowly. I swipe left on the pain, but it comes back right. A ghost in the background that refuses the night. Memory won't delete, no matter how hard I try. It archives every I love you, every tear, every lie. Memory won't delete, and I'm running out of space, living in the recycle bin of your embrace. I changed the password to my dreams, locked the door, but you still slipping quiet through the back corridor. The scent of your shampoo lingers in code I can't find. A corrupted file buried deep in my mind. I run the clean out, purge the temporary files, but your voice keeps buffering, looping for miles. Friends say time will overwrite, give it a while, but time just compresses you tighter, makes the hurt come down. I force quit the feeling, shut down for the day, but when I reboot, you're the first thing next day. Memory won't delete, it's stuck on red only. Keeps every frame of you playing back to me slowly. I swipe left on the pain, but it comes back right. A ghost of the background that refuses denial. Bin of your embrace. Baby, I don't want a factory reset anymore. Lose the good parts just to kill the sore. I could format the drive, wipe the entire drive clean, but then who would I be without the places we've been? So I let it lag, let it stutter and freeze. Because even corrupted love is still memories, and memories want to lead. They just learn how to live in low battery. Memory won't delete, it sets in permanent ink. A hard drive that hums when I try. alone and completely. Some files can be lost, never you want to leave. It just keeps running in the background forever. Won't delete, won't delete. You're still here in the cache. In me. I still wake up, reaching for the curve of your spine. Fingers curling around, nothing but cold, borrowed time. You left so quietly, no slam doors, no final fight. Just slipped out with the sunrise and took half of my life. Now the mirror shows someone I don't recognize at all. A hollowed out outline where your name used to call. I laugh at the same jokes, wear the same worn out jeans, but the sound comes out wrong, like it's missing the seams. I keep checking my chest for the piece that went missing, patting the empty like maybe it's just hiding. The part you took, it wasn't just love, it was there. The way I used to breathe without thinking you were there. You walked away carrying colors I didn't know I owned. Left me grayscale and quiet in a house that feels borrowed and cold. The part you took, God, it still bleeds slow. Every heartbeat reminds me there's less of me to show. The part you took, and I'm still looking for the rest. Trying to live with the hole where you used to nest. Your toothbrush left a ghost in the cup by the sink. I can't throw it away. It's the last thing that thinks of you. I think I wear your old flannel when the nights turn to me. Bury my face in the collar like it might bring back the scene of you humming off key while the coffee brewed slow. Of us tangled and laughing like we had forever to go. Now forever's a word that tastes like rust in my mouth, and every I love you I saved is just dust heading south. I tell the darkness I'm fine, a time will refill the space, but the quiet keeps laughing and knows I'm saving your place. The part you took, it wasn't just love, it was there. The way I used to breathe without thinking you were there. You walked away carrying colors I didn't know I owned. Left me grayscale and quiet in a house that feels borrowed and cold. The part you took, God, it still bleeds slow. Every heartbeat reminds me there's less of me to show. The part you took, and I'm still looking for the rest. Trying to live with the hole where you used to nest. Maybe you're out there whole again, smiling at someone new, while I'm here counting fragments, trying to build something true. I don't hate you for leaving, I just wish you left more, a bigger piece to hold when the missing gets sore. But you took the part that knew how to hope, and I'm learning the hard way how to live without rope. No safety net, no second chance, just this tender ragged vacancy where your touch used to kiss. The part you took, it echoes in every room, a quiet kind of absence that smells faintly of your perfume. I still say your name like a prayer. No one here, still wait for the day the hurt disappears. A part you took left me open and raw, a half-finished person still breaking the law of holding me tight, the part you took. I'm still here, missing it, missing you. We were laughing in the kitchen at 2 a.m., flour on our cheeks. You said forever like it was written on the stars we couldn't reach. I believed you, God, I believed every word you spoke. Wore your promises like a ring I never took off. Now the photos are just pixels I scroll past too fast. Your smile frozen in a time that didn't last. I speak of us in whispers, careful not to break, because we are turned to we were while I was still awake. I keep trying present tense and sentences I rehearse, but the grammar of my heart already knows the worst. Past tense love, that's all that's left to say. A verb that used to run and now walks away. I loved you in the moment, you loved me in the light, but the clock kept turning and stole us into night. Past tense love, it echoes soft and small, a quiet conjugation of the biggest fall. I miss the way I love you used to feel alive. Now it's just a sentence I can only say in past tense, in past tense. Past tense. Your toothbrush is gone, the shelf looks too wide. I still sip 2 plates, sometimes out of stubborn pride. I catch myself saying our song to strangers who don't know, then correct it quick. My song now, voice cracking low. The coffee tastes different without your spoon in the cup, stirring circles that used to me. Stay, don't give up. I talk about you like a book I finished too soon. Dog-eared pages, beautiful and an empty rose. Try to keep the tense from shifting head to time, but love doesn't listen when it's ready for goodnight. Past tense love, that's all that's left to say. A verb that used to run now walks away. I love you in the moment, you love me in the light, but the clock kept turning, stole us into night. Past tense love, it echoes soft and small, a quiet conjugation of the biggest fall. I miss the way I love you used to feel alive. Now it's just a sentence I can only say in past tense, in past tense. Maybe one day I'll speak of you without the stain. Say we love like it's history, not everything. I'll smile at the memory, not flinch at your name. Let the past stay past without assigning blame. But tonight I'm still here conjugating pain, trying to accept that us will never be again. You were my present, my future, mine now. Now you're just word, and I'm learning how. Past tense love, sits heavy on my tongue, a story that ended before the song was sung. I loved you fiercely, wildly, completely true. And you loved me once the way I still love you. Past has no future, no lie, just a gentle, brutal truth of good night. Past tense life. Past tense love. Past tense love was. You packed your suitcase in the soft gray light of dawn, left the closet half empty, the coffee still warm. I stood in the doorway, arms folded like armor, watched you walk down the hall without turning to harm her. The version of me who still believed you'd come back, but the door clicked shut and the echo went black. I waited for footsteps to reverse on the stair. Instead came the quiet that moved in to live there. You took the laughter, the arguments, the heat, but one thing stayed behind, refused to retreat. The shadow stayed when you walked out the door, longer than love, heavier than before. It lingers in corners where your silhouette fell, wears your outline like clothing that never fit well. The shadow stayed, tall and thin on the wall, following me quiet through every dark hall. You left with the light, but the dark kept your shape. The shadow stayed, and I can't make it escape. I turn on every lamp till the room's burned too bright, but the shadow just deepens, grows sharper at night. It sits at the table across from my plate, mimics the way you used to lean, used to wait. I dance in the kitchen to songs we once played, and the shadow sways with me, never afraid. It knows every secret you whispered at 3, keeps replaying the endings you never told me. I try to outrun it, change cities, change names, but shadows don't travel, they stay where the pain claims. The shadow stayed when you walked out the door, longer than love, heavier than before. It lingers in corners where your silhouette fell, wears your outline like clothing that never fit well. The shadow stayed, tall and thin on the wall, following me quiet through every dark hall. You left with the light, but the dark kept your shape. The shadow stayed, and I can't make it escape. Sometimes I speak to it, ask why it won't go, why it clings to the places you used to call home. It doesn't answer, just stretches and sighs, a silent reminder of unsaid goodbyes. Maybe it's waiting for me to let go first, to stop feeding the ghost with my endless thirst for the you that once fit in the space and now feels, for the love that left footprints. The shadows still after you stopped coming home. Left your side of the closet open like a mouth that never closed. I told myself one more week, one more month, maybe you would miss the smell of coffee brewing at dawn, the way the floorboards creak when you fell into bed beside me, tired and worn and still mine for a while. But the calendar pages turned and your shadow grew thinner each mile. I water plants you planted, watched them stretch toward the sun, pretending growth could mean you hadn't already begun. To forget the address, the code to the gate, the sound of my voice saying stay, like it was still a choice. I should've known when the silence started answering back, when good night became a habit instead of fact. I stayed too long in a house that stopped being ours, clinging to echoes while you walked under different stars. Every creak in my hallway felt like you stepped on the stair. Every empty chair screamed that you were never there. I stayed too long, let the goodbye stretch into years, fed on crumbs of memory instead of facing the tears. I stayed too long, and now the staying hurts more, and the leaving never could have before. Your toothbrush left a faint blue ring in the glass by the faucet. I couldn't scrub it away, thought it might be the last piece of you I got. I stayed curled on your side so the bed doesn't feel so wide, whispering lay into the pillow like it might pull you inside. Friends say move on, but moving feels like betrayal somehow, like erasing the place where we once learned how to love without speaking, to breathe in the same small room. Now the room's too big and the air smells like impending doom. I kept the light on outside, kept the radio low, hoping some night you'd remember the way back, even so. Stay too long in a house that stopped being ours, clinging to echoes while you walked under different stars. Every quake in the hallway felt like you stepped on the stair. Every empty chair screamed that you were never there. I stayed too long, let the goodbyes fetch into years, fed on crumbs of memory instead of facing the tears. I stayed too long, and now the staying hurts more than the leaving never could have before. One day I'll pack the boxes, fold the blankets, I'll eat, turn the key in the lock and walk down the street. I'll leave the porch light off, let the plants go dry, stop waiting for footsteps that pass me by. But tonight I'm still here, greasy cracks in the wall, learning that love doesn't always answer the call to come home. Sometimes it just stays gone. I stayed too long, and the stain carved me thin, the shape of someone waiting where no one comes in. I stayed too long, let the hope turn to stone. Now I carry the weight of a life overthrown. I stayed too long, but I'm starting to see that staying was never painted the bedroom walls in colors too warm for the cold. You stood by the window, silhouette sharp against the glow. Zip in the last bag, slow like the light might make you slow. I watch from the doorway, arms crossed to hold myself in, counting the seconds till the sun dipped below the rim. You said I'll call when I land, voice thin as the evening breeze. But we both knew the promise was dissolving with the trees. The horizon swallowed the fire, piece by piece, and I felt the same thing happening to me. Sunset leaving, you walked out with the light, took the gold from the room and left me in the night. No dramatic storm, no crashing goodbye, just the quiet bleed of color from the sky. Sunset leaving, and the dark rushed in fast, filling every corner where your shadow used to last. You laughed with the warmth, the glow, the end of day grace. Now I'm sitting in shadow, staring at empty space. Sunset leaving, and you're gone with it. The streetlights flickered on like they were late to the scene, trying to replace what the sun had already been. Your car turned the corner, taillights red as regret, then vanished into the dusk. I can't forget, I stayed by the window till the purple turned black, till the stars came out cold and didn't look back. The room smells like your cologne mixed with goodbye, a fading perfume that won't say why. I thought sunsets were endings we could watch together, not the moment you chose to disappear forever. Sunset leaving, you walked out with the light, took the gold from the room and left me in the night. No dramatic storm, no crashing goodbye, just the quiet bleed of color from the sky. Sunset leaving, and the dark rushed in fast, spilling every corner where your shadow used to last. You laughed at the warmth, the glow, the end of day grace. Now I'm sitting in shadow, staring at empty space. Sunset leaving, and you're gone. Sunset leaving, took the last of the light, left me holding darkness that feels infinite tonight. I whisper your name to the cooling blast pain, but the echo comes back colder again and again. Sunset leaving, no encore, no rewind, just the hush of a leave.